Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, happy Wednesday. I know it's the middle of the week or first week. So yeah, things are kind of picking up again now. There's a lot of, the kids going back to school, people going back to work. I usually say the second half years when things really pick up. Things get more tactful, a lot more busier. And because always like the first half year is always kind of like quiet. And now, we're emerging into the autumn season. So it's been raining a lot. And But the thing is, I've always noticed that some people say to me that, oh, when it's a miserable day, they feel really miserable and they feel really sad. And especially I know when we're around other people, kind of brushes on us that, I've heard people say, oh, yeah, Sam, you complain, you're too hard on yourself. And it's like, listen, I can't impress everybody. And you can't impress anybody. You can't, no matter how much I try to change and compromise, it is not that easy. And the best thing you can just be yourself, even the way you're, being brought up. I mean, one thing I do establish, I've always been a very patient guy once you know me. And obviously I'm not so except I'm not even turning green. Maybe I can paint myself red. Or I don't know if you guys seen the Captain America Brave New World that was out recently when Harrison Ford played Hulk. I mean, can you believe that? I mean, I was even saying to myself, why isn't Mark Ruffalo playing Incredible Hulk? I mean, he would have fought off with the Red Hulk. He would have actually done that. I mean, so anyway, it's about being very creative and not always adapting and going by the book. So what I was saying basically the theme is about not always going by the book and try to take risks and follow your heart, follow your your stream and whatever it is. And so that's the name of the game. So just doing this live stream. Just obviously, today it's been absolutely bizarre, like really wet, and yeah, I like the rain. I like when it snowed, but especially we had earlier this year, like one night of snow and then it melted like the next day. So hi there, how you doing? So I know we all kind of complain about life, but obviously we should try not to complain about things regardless, and obviously just appreciate what we have in store, because otherwise it's just like, what's the point of it? And for me, I always like the end of the year. I like it when it's darker because I can feel like a vampire. And maybe scare a lot of people, but it's not that. It's just there are some people who are really night owls, and obviously I know we all have our tensions, we have anxiety, we worry a lot of things. Hello everyone, and a lot of things just it's like life is so unfinished. Life is so unfinished. It's like how do you conclude? How do you enjoy the rest of it? Well, the simple answer is life is never going to finish when you finish it. The only way you can do it is finish it. And I was just saying earlier on, I try to impress many people, make everybody happy, and there's so much I can't even do, or I can do. So it's like there's a lot of boundaries, and no matter how much you have your happy days, and you could probably upset someone, and no much how much you're loving that person, they'll get angry. Past histories can always just corrupt to what you are today. And of course, thank you so much for the likes. And it's about trying to, how do you um, edit it, or maybe I don't know how to. Why your hair so messy? Oh no, because I have like longer hair and I got curly. Yeah, how you doing, Stuart? Yeah. So yeah, just yeah, I wish I hadn't really my hair straight. Actually, one time I was trying to straighten it, and yeah, so it's just been life has been a very busy day for me, and always I try to find something to do. I don't always like not finding something to do, and that's the thing that really keeps the composure. Well, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much. How you doing? So it's like the life composure is about trying to find something. Otherwise, you're just going to get so stir crazy, and that's how depressions really kick in. Like, I like to rest and just relax and go, hey, I want to relax, and then something suddenly comes up like, oh gosh, I got to do something. So your mind just has this again, this addiction. It's like a nicotine, but then you have to find something that you're really interested, like obviously try to be around like-minded people that will really value and accept you as a package. Like even if you talk too much or you talk less, be around a circle that people love and adore you. And even if you go romance, it's very hard to find someone who's right for you. I'm still trying to find a person who is right for me, and really, really will accept me as a package. And also, I don't want to like this one. This is not a dating site, by the way. Obviously, like doing an interview. Hi, how you doing? Yep, I'm right for you. I'll give me a right job. But that's the idea of it. Like, it's really crazy. Like, you have a one great day, and then next day, you're like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna go through that? What is the challenge here next? And then when it's sunny, you're like, hey, we're going out. And I'm like, oh god, it's hot. Yeah, but hello, welcome everyone. Welcome there. Yeah, I'm just getting so used to doing all this live chat. You lot are thinking like, oh, what is he doing on live? Get him out for your page. Hashtag FYP. Even I had to learn how to do FYP and put this hashtag thing on, so they can go, oh right, let's find the videos, and then you put tags in the videos. So many people ask me that. How do you do all this YouTube? How do you do all this stuff? Why do you spend so much time? And I'll tell you why. It's not just a monetization, it's my passion that what gets me here. Is talking to the people like yourself. And when you have a dedication and the motives and you enjoy what you do, that's how you deliver it. Because people just moan all the time. I moan and I'm like, like, you just go like, like a hounding dog. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing. How's your guys' day? How anything special? Anything marvelous? Anything exciting for September? You guys gonna go on vacation, holidays, gigs, anything like that? Yeah, so it's gonna go pretty fast in again. Christmas will be coming. Next month's Halloween. You might have seen some of my videos. And I was down in this £1 store. They've got this thing like, and I used to be like scare actor. I'm like So it's like as an actor, you just kind of as I said, the composure, you kind of adapt to the surroundings and the items and things like that. And you're just being very creative. That's the kind of idea. Like someone said to me, "Oh Sam, why do you don't work?" And I'm like, "Listen, I do work. This is the kind of job I do." So tell me, what do you guys do anyway? What do you guys have any exciting jobs or anything that I can know about? And I can do some promotions and anything because I like promoting. Doesn't mean I'll come in and do like Uncle Sam, like, "Hi everyone, it's Uncle Sam, bring it on," like that. Yeah, it'd be a bit weird. But that's the thing about how you're finding your own jobs, and that's why a lot of people do self-employment because there's a lot of redundancy, and I feel so sorry for a lot of people. You know, in general, the publics, they don't because technology is really, really, really changing. I mean, I came from a media production background where I've done a lot of like, I studied films, TVs, and things like that. I used to work at the BBC. Maybe I could be a BBC presenter. You'll probably see my archive videos. I'll be on BBC Four or online. I'm like, oh my god, did you used to look like that 10 years ago? Well, I tell you what, I was actually on BBC Watchdog. But no, thank you so much, guys. Really, I'm really, it's nice to see a lot of you online, and it's honestly, it's very wonderful because I can probably talk to myself all for the whole entire day. But no, you guys, if you share interest, and please greet and say hi. I'm not going to bite. I don't have big jaws. And except I'll just probably go with my fangs and go, So, but yeah. It was just I was trying to find the right time to do this streaming today because I've just been so occupied, like really occupied. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I wish I could say meet you. Yeah. So it's like we're blurring the lines between the physical and the virtual reality thing. Hello, Hasti, how you doing? Yeah, we should actually have like questions and answers. Just do the kind of actually because I remember I used to follow someone who used to do like this live calls and they have like chats and they'll talk about their own personal issues and we'd be debating about it. And so I don't know Hindi actually. I know Arabic, but I've learned some of the temple stuff. I went with a friend. I went to this temple place, and there was the famous Ganesha thing, where you dip in the water and you can't eat anything like gelatin meat. You have to clean before you touch it. The same thing with Islam. You got to be pure. Same thing with Christians. You got to be pure and everything. So I learn a lot of things. I'm learning from others. I'm learning to just kind of grow mentally. It's not about being narrow-minded, being naive. Someone said to me, "Oh, Sam, you try to change. You're trying to be something you're not. You're trying," and it's like I try so hard to impress people, and it's like I'm just a more open-minded guy. That's the way I am. I'm a very open-minded person because how are you gonna learn and not gonna learn? And that's why I would say to you guys, how are you gonna learn and not gonna learn? How are you gonna open your mind? How are you gonna become wise? Because it's like any other education. You're not gonna go to a job and say, "Hey, I got a qualification. Yeah, show me, prove me." And they're like, it's like, yeah, that's a piece of blank paper. Next, and you're just going along, yeah, oh, right, great, we'll hire you. And it's the thing, it's about the knowledge and power, knowledge and passion. So, yeah, welcome, guys, welcome in, how you doing? Good to see, well, visually, all or whatever it is on screen. But, never feel embarrassed yourself. And I feel embarrassed at times. I feel kind of like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing here? But obviously, I find out later on in life that this is something I've done. So you got to praise yourself and congratulate yourself. And this is why I do all this live stream because I don't want to just post and like, okay, let's have a look at the videos. And I see at times some of them just, they kind of just, what I'm saying, fast forward. And they're like, okay, well, we'll just wait for the best bits. Oh, I like this one. And then they edit out and they're like, oh, yeah, let's put that viral. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's about trying to find the right audience. And yeah. But how's guys, everyone doing anyway? And yeah. As I said to you, I said the video, just take some risk and don't. But guys, please do follow me. And please share it to your friends and family and your loved ones or anyone, your neighbours. Please have a look through my videos, my documentaries, films, any contents. Have a look, feel free. And please share your likes, comments. And so I've got loads of varieties. Share it with your friends, invite them to subscribe. And it'd be really, really great. Guys, I like you, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and if you design your interest, and really I thank for actually just doing the stream because it's just the best way to engage with real people, and that will really not only help me, it will help you guys in the long run, and it's about building a network. Guys, I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. I'm going to sign off, and thank you again, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bring it on.